Hey, do you know what? Do you realize that Tom Cruise adopted all of his kids? That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? It's cool that he did that for those kids, but it's kind of weird, too, for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I picture an orphanage, and they just want to go home with a family. But then they're going home with a family, you know what I mean? Not just any old family, Tom Cruise. The kids are there, and you picture an orphanage, you know, like 11 kids sleeping on a napkin or whatever, you know what I mean? Just really a, tough place to be, you know? And in walks Tom Cruise? And then they know who he is, right? They're all like sitting up straight and wanting to get his attention, you know what I mean? He's walking by, looking at everybody. They're trying to impress him, doing impressions. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Tom, that was good. What's up? One kid comes sliding up in his socks and underwear and sunglasses. No. Take this old orphan off the shelf. Don't wet my bed and keep my hands to myself. I understand that one of his kids is black. That's pretty cool. That was the one that when he walked by, kid went, Tom, show me the mommy. That's got to be something for you to be the one to get picked. You're leaving out of the orphanage. You're feeling pretty good, and it starts to really hit you that your little friends are there, and you're leaving, and you're kind of like, so long, boys! We're going with the Top Gun. Feel free to divvy up my porridge.
Because little boys are savages. I have 3 little boys. Each of them has headbutted me for no reason at all. Oh, well, we are in church. Okay. It's different. When you have a daughter, you have thoughts like, maybe I should save for med school. When you have a son, you're like, there's gonna be a couple rounds of rehab. That's okay. I have 3 boys, 2 girls. I have enough kids where even Mormons are like, you should settle down. I travel with my kids. My 2 youngest are 3 and 5-year-old boys. And traveling with boys that age is like transferring serial killers between prisons. We've seen the movie, you know it doesn't work out. My 3-year-old, I love him, but he's eternally in a bad mood. He always has a look on his face like he's gonna shiv you with a crayon, or he's pooping. And sometimes it's both. And our 5-year-old, he's an escape artist. He's the El Chapo of children. You just put him down and he runs. And then I have to pay my 12-year-old to go get him. Sometimes she can't find him and I'm forced to stand up and look for my own child. Sometimes I can't find him. I mean, you always find the kid. The joke doesn't end with, no, I got 4 kids, you know? You find the kid. They're with a security guard. They're always with a security guard. That's an awkward approach, because I'm with my 4 other kids. I look like a moving diorama for birth control. Doesn't help that I'm usually eating something. It's hard to seem concerned about your child's whereabouts holding a corn dog. Oh, there he is. Now where's mustard? But that's parenting. It's stressful. Parenting is a sacrifice. It's exhausting. It's expensive. At times it feels thankless, but eventually you die. My wife hates that joke. My wife hates that joke. And in full disclosure, she does 90% of the work, and the 10% I do feels like too much. Like, I'm getting ripped off. 10% of 5 kids. That means I'm in charge of 1 kid for like half a day. I'm like a single mom. That's a joke where the audience thinks, maybe Jim is a dick. But my wife is amazing. Even in the most stressful moments, I will catch her looking at me with an expression that could only be described as regret. But she's Catholic, so there's no quitting the team. Thank you, Jesus.
This is a song I wrote about the guy who always shows up at the party you're at and starts playing guitar, because we all know his motivation for doing that. This song is called Guitar Guy at the Party. I'm the guitar guy at the party. I'm the guitar guy and I think I'll drink a Coke and Bacardi. It might seem like I'm just having fun, but I'm actually not. I'm trying to sleep with your girlfriend. Listen to me as I play this song, 'cause I'm gonna play it regardless. I'm only playing 3 chords so I can make eye contact with different women in the room. I'm gonna try and sleep with your girlfriend, but I'm gonna make it sound like we have a really special bond and we should keep it secret. You know, I think your boyfriend really takes you for granted. When was the last time he told you that your eyes look like space crystals? If you want to come by my place later, it'd be cool. It's not gonna be like last time. I don't really understand why that freaked you out. Maybe if I play free falling, then someone will give me a hand job. Or maybe they'll just sit on my lap and the friction will cause me to have an erection. An erection I will make sure that you won't feel, 'cause I'm classy. And I'm gonna shift it to the left, and I'm gonna shift it to the right, and I'm gonna create a mental image in my head like guys in prison taking a group shower. Here's my story, I'm gonna make sure that I tell it in the proper order. I went to arts camp as a kid and I played the recorder. But then I learned that recorders are for losers and guitars get chicks, and now when I feel like a loser I take this out and sing Wonderwall by Oasis. I play mostly covers, Cat Stevens and Beatles and a couple of others. I do some original songs too, but they're not as well received. But I still want that hand job, 'cause I'm the guitar guy. I'm the guitar guy. I'm the guitar guy. I'm the guitar guy. At the party.
The new crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver only has 3.2 carbs and 95 calories, and a taste that has no bitter endings. It's like all the great Thursday night drink specials, but none of the long bar lines. Like all the hot days, but none of the warm drinks. Heineken Silver always ends on a high note and never on a bitter one. That's all the taste, with no bitter endings. Click here to order now at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Please enjoy Heineken responsibly.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
At Kroger, you can find the highest quality products at a great price in every aisle, every day with Kroger brand. So you can stock up on your household favorites that are tried, tested, and loved by you. Because when you get the products you love at great prices, it feels like winning. Shop now, in-store, or online. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Simply the best. Better than all the rest.
I'm from Tennessee, I almost said it, but I live in New York now, lived there for like 8 years. I like it. I don't know, it's fun. You know what I miss though about being in the South? I miss being around like Walmart. I like a nice Walmart. Like, it's like headquarters. Like, me and my family agreed that if we ever get lost, we will just meet at a Walmart and either find each other or just start over with a new Walmart family. Either way, it's win-win. A lot of people don't like Walmart because it's like big business, right? Like, it kills the mom and pop shops. But really, Walmart, like, they were a mom and pop shop at some point, and then they got their act together and became unbelievable. I was like, I'll just ride these guys out. They're always open. Mom and pop shops close for no reason. You go in there, like, why are you closed today? Like, we're sad. You're like, all right. Walmart, you could shoot the entire staff. It would be an hour of confusion, and they'd be up and running again. Yeah, that's how great Walmart is. Nice system. They have a good system down there. There's a lot of Kmarts in New York, and I do look down on Kmart. Like, I think I'm better than Kmart. That's where I'm a Walmart guy. I'm in the middle. I'm not Target. I'm not some jerk, and I think I'm better than everybody. I am just right in the middle. No one likes Kmart. They don't even look open when you go in there. You're like, oh, you guys about to close? What's that? You're open 24 hours. Really? Really? Oh, man. Are y'all going to cut the lights on in the back? Or... I went in there, like, you ever go to a store and, like, you think someone works there because whatever, they're wearing just matches everybody else? Like, I kind of did that. Mine was mean. I mean, all right, what happened? I walked up to this guy, and I was like, hey, man, do you know where the razors are at? And then the guy was like, what? I don't work here. So I looked at what he was wearing, and he had a football jersey on. It couldn't have been more obvious that he did not work at Kmart. So basically, I just judged his face. And I figured he had a Kmart face. It was like weird. Even when he was like, I don't work here, I was like, come on, man. Like, you probably have an idea of where they're at. Where would you put them if this was your Kmart? Where should they go? This is that.
I like watching fishing on TV. You ever? That'll make you worry about yourself. You ever watch fishing on TV for like 15 minutes and then just go, boy, I better get a life. I'm watching fishing. I'm not even fishing, I'm watching fishing. Too lazy to fish. I'm taping fishing to watch again later. Come on over, I got a fishing tape. No, a new one. And at the end of the fishing show, they roll credits. There are like 90 people involved with the two guys fishing. What are they all doing? And one of the credits is film editor. This poor guy. He's got to watch all the footage that's not exciting enough to make it into that final show. That's got to be hell. He's got to sit there all day just going, no, 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 no. No, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Oh. No. That was just the worm when he put the worm. And I saw this credit at the end of the fishing show. I'm not making this up. Writer. I swear, there's a writer for the fishing show. What's he writing? Ooh, she's a beauty. Typing it out. Zing! Guy's got to worry about his lines. Finally catches a fish. You have a line. Oh, it's a fish and it's a beauty. He's a beauty fish. fish a beauty. He's a fish and a beauty fish. He's a fish a beauty fish. All right, cut. You okay, man? You need some water? Are you all right? I couldn't do it any better.
I went to high school in London because we moved around a lot because my father thought he was in the military. Then we came back to Massachusetts, where I lived and went to school in Massachusetts, but in the summers I worked in Toronto in a planetarium. 9 of us worked there. We had our own softball team. We would play other planetariums in the area. When no one was inside the planetarium, we would practice inside the planetarium, and I played second base, so I stood right under Saturn, the shortstop stood on the Jupiter, and the third baseman stood under Mars. One time we tried this same setup outside, but everybody was just way too far away from each other. I was just standing in the middle of Utah like this. In high school, I went out with 2 different girls. One was like the girl next door, if you live next door to a whorehouse. The other one was an angel on earth. She had little bumps on her back where her wings used to be. Apparently, at one point, she also had wings on the front. I went to take her out. Her father said, I want her home by 8:15. I said, the middle of August? That's cool. It was the first time I was ever in love, and I learned a lot. Before that, I never even thought about killing myself. Sometimes at night, we would go over to the planetarium and lay down on the roof and look up at the stars. It was like being in a galaxy sandwich. I'd bring my harmonica, and I had a pair of glasses. I painted lines across the lenses, so when I looked at the sky, the stars would become notes on the lines, and I would play the sky. One time a shooting star went by. I almost broke my neck. I said, Lucinda, will you always love me? She said, I doubt it. I don't even love you now.
Too late isn't in your vocabulary. Reach your next goal at University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Undergraduate and most graduate courses start August 16th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
With Meta, every connection is an opportunity for your brand to stand out, sell, and grow. So connect with 3.8 billion monthly active people and maximize your performance. It's your world. Meta. Learn more at facebook.com/business/connection.
Hey, Spotifyers. Click or tap the banner to listen to This Is WizKid, the essential tracks all in one playlist. Brought to you by Douce, the modern expression of cognac. Enjoy responsibly. Douce is a trademark imported by Douce Spirits, Coral Gables, Florida. Cognac, 40% alcohol by volume. Must be 21 plus to enjoy Douce Cognac.
Now, welcome to the Haunted Mansion. Come in. We have 999 happy haunts. That's oddly specific. But there's room for more.
Not today, Satan.
Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
I'm bona fide and qualified, and I can get rid of what died.
She gets a very solid Yelp score. Disney's Haunted Mansion. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. Now in theaters.
My family's pretty great. We got a great I won't watch my nephews. That's one thing I won't do. My sister asked me to babysit them. I love them, but I'm not gonna. I don't know what about you having a baby makes me qualified to care for a baby. You know what I mean? I didn't take a class or read a pamphlet. You gotta train for 2 weeks to be a busboy at a Golden Corral. You just handing me your baby? You're a bad mom already. The only thing I know about them is don't shake them or feed them chocolate. And I think that second one's for dogs. I mean, probably is. I know you're not supposed to throw a baby into a ceiling. They don't tell you that. You find out because you accidentally threw a baby into a ceiling one time. That's what happened to me. I wasn't on purpose. I wasn't like, but I can hit that. And what happened was I was throwing him up in the air and I was catching him. You know how you throw babies up in the air and you catch them? Because they love it. And I just say babies because that's the only people I've witnessed enjoying it. I'm 27, $1.80. I'd probably like it myself. If we got some good air, heck yeah. So I'm throwing this baby up in the air and catching him, and he's loving it. It's the best day of his life. He's being thrown up in the air and caught. He's having a time of his life. And I walk from the kitchen to the hallway. I went from a 14-foot ceiling to a 7-foot ceiling. Yeah. But I threw him at a 14-foot rate of speed. So, as soon as I let him go, I knew I had done something wrong. You know what I mean? It was like, what, you're back before your scheduled arrival? How did that happen? And if you've never heard what it sounds like when a baby hits a ceiling, you're a better person than I am. It's a dull noise. I can't get it out of my head. We probably hit a floor joist or a stud or something. I don't know what happened. I don't know what long-term effects. He's probably 2 inches shorter, can't see red or taste pepperoni. Just something, no, what's this colorless disc? He started crying and I was upset. I was upset because I hurt him and I like him as a person. And I was like, listen, baby, that's on me. I'm sorry. And then I put him down and I walked away before any adult saw what happened. I'm like, I'm not going down for this, baby. I mean, we can't take it back. It's happened. And it's up to you to live with it. Grow from this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have said what happened if he had actually stuck in the ceiling, just dangling there with his baby head jammed in between sheetrock and insulation. I'd have been like, he can jump. He can jump. He's like a baby Jordan. Not Harold Miner, but like a baby version of a Michael Jordan. We need heavier baby shoes is what we need.
I've had so much fun touring in Canada. Last weekend I was in Saskatchewan. That place is filled with perverts. They're all perverts. The capital is Regina? That's not necessary. Regina. They could have pronounced it Regina. They did that on purpose because they're perverts. Everything in Regina sounds sexual. Their football team, the Rough Riders. That's inappropriate. I'm just relieved their mascot wasn't a beaver. You know what I mean? It's not me, it's them. They're perverts. They're perverts. Regina is where the Mounties are, of course. That's where they train the Mounties to mount. Every Mountie has to go through Regina. It's just inappropriate, right? Even the most innocent thing said in Regina comes across wrong. Like, I can't ask, like, hey, where can a guy eat out in Regina? You know? I can't. That's them. I'm a good Christian man trying to find out where a guy can eat out in Regina. Did you know the original name of Regina was Pile of Boners? That's gross. And it's, by the way, it's the whole province. Saskatchewan, that sounds like an STD. My last boyfriend gave me Saskatchewan. Really? Yeah, now I have to take all this penicillin. Saskatchewan. You know, it's because of Saskatchewan that moose antlers are called a rack. Now you can't even give a moose a compliment like, hey, nice rack. You could be like, no, lady, I was talking about the moose. Well, then that lady should know she looks like a moose.
But
The ultimate Joe Bag story came last fall when Joe decided that he wanted to buy a big screen TV for football season because Joe is an American. And Americans deserve to watch football games where the size of the players on the screen is the actual size of the players on the field. So Joe's all ready to buy this TV, and then Joe remembers that he has a wife. But he also remembers that he has a brother who has no wife and no qualms about making irrational purchases. So Joe's brother, or me, agrees to buy the television under the condition that Joe orders it online, has it delivered to my apartment, gets it installed, and all under my name. And so Joe goes online, he orders it, gets it delivered, and we turn on a football game. And I'd tell you more about the game, but any description of the event without express written consent of the NFL is strictly prohibited. I will tell you that one of the teams was another word for horsies, and the other was a word for orange Asian tigers. So we're watching horsies v. orange Asian tigers, and we notice these black lines running down the center of the screen, and for a second we think maybe these are an extra set of goalposts. But then we turn the channel and we're like, why would the Iron Chef need goalposts? We realize that the television that has been delivered is broken. And so Joe calls the online vendor, and for their anonymity, we'll call them Glamazon.com. And so Joe calls Glamazon and he's like, you send us a broken television, not like a working one. And they're like, well, that's the manufacturer's fault. So Joe, you have to call them. So Joe calls the manufacturer. They're like, you have to call Glamazon. Glamazon's like, you have to call the manufacturer. They're like, you have to call Glamazon. And so finally, Glamazon says, we have a policy that we do